and there's an epidemic of, oh, I don't know, cancer, sickness, obesity, homeless, like mental illness. It's just
Transgenderism.
ridiculous.
I think that's like the most crazy shit that's going on like in America,
Yeah, what
especially
do you
like,
think about that?
well, when it comes to like, if I'm honest, I think it's all insanity and mental illness. Even if you're, I shouldn't say insanity, that's like really insensitive, but I think it's like mental illness.
No, it
Even
is.
even if it's an adult, I think they have like they're really confused. Something happened in their life that like sent them off a crazy path, and like, come on, like I believe that you are your body. You know what I'm saying? Like you're
Hmm.
like, it's like, what do you think? Like your soul, you have a female soul, but you're in a male body. Like, and like to believe you have a soul, you have to believe in God, and to believe in God, you have to believe that God doesn't make mistakes. So, but He mistakenly put you in the wrong body, and if He can mistakenly do that, then what other mistakes can He make? It just goes. It's just insanity, and it needs to be
Yeah.
treated more like a mental illness instead of all these gender affirming psychiatrists and doctors profiting off of it, or being afraid to
Hmm.
tell a person that, hey, you have a problem. Like, if an anorexic person went to a psychiatrist and said, I'm obese, like, I know I'm obese, is the psychiatrist supposed to tell you that you're fat? You're right, you're fat, you're a fat person, and you should stop eating, Or should they tell you, you need help, we need to get you help, and you need to eat because you could die? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Yeah.
And so
Well,
why
that's what a
go
functioning society would tell someone.
exactly. So why, when somebody comes to a psychiatrist and they say, I'm the other sex, they say, okay, you have to do 3 more sessions and keep saying the same thing, and then we can cut your boobs off, we can cut your dick off. You know what I'm saying? We can drill a hole up in you, make a neo vagina that's never gonna work,
Yeah.
or we can
Yeah.
turn your coochie into, excuse me for saying coochie, but we
It's
can turn your
it's
vagina into a
mutilation.
dick. It's Frankenstein world, like,
Yeah. No, you're right about everything. I believe that we're born the way we're supposed to be. Anything other than that, I believe in a higher power and a God.
mhm.
Uh e- Anything other than that, I do not care what people say. I've been getting on a lot of podcasts lately
Yeah.
where they come at me hard for this because they know it's probably the most controversial and most amount of hate I'm going to get. And I
Hmm.
go, I don't care what you say. It is a mental illness. It's a mental disorder. It is classified by the government as so, or at least has been for a very long time.
Right.
People like this used to be locked away. I'm going to assume every single person that has this has extreme trauma. I would even say more likely sexual trauma as well.
Right.
They need help. Um, and they need therapy. And other than that, I do think it's interesting. We've had about 5 mass shooters now that were all transgender. And notice how all these people that are wealthy, attractive, CEOs of companies, successful, especially let's just say wealthy,
Hmm.
transgenderism is not a thing in any of these communities that happen to be doing very well. It's usually the people that are extremely messed up and have severe trauma. But we should be treating it like a mental disorder.
Right.
And also, because it's so heavily accepted and promoted, now kids are being like, well, I'm this, because everyone wants to be different.
Right.
But I'm like, yeah, but why don't you look into the amount of like mass shooters, suicides, and all these things? And by the way, you can change your penis and vagina, but you'll never have feeling again. It's never gonna work. You're mutilating yourself.
Mutilating yourself, like,
It's so sad, and I don't know how people see this. And by the way, like, straight up, these parents that are getting viral on TikTok using their children to be like, they're 2 and they're trans, need to be locked away with
yes,
the key thrown away. The child should go into protective services, whatever it is.
I totally agree. I've seen it's a TLC show that I've been seeing on, like, the Daily Wire has been reporting on it
Oh,
recently.
I am Jazz.
I Am Jazz, and her
And now
mom.
she's saying that all this was pointless because she still
Yes,
doesn't feel like it. Yeah.
she's like, I just want to be myself, or he's like, I just want to be myself, and I'm like, it's too late. It's no going back.
Too late.
It's
Yeah.
irreversible. You will never have a penis again. You will never experience an orgasm. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And
Yep.
the mom is so disgusting because she's like
That
forcing.
family's disgusting.
I haven't watched the show. I've only seen like short clips of the
I've seen,
mom.
like, probably 15 episodes. The family's nuts.
Oh my god! I seen the one clip where she's like, yeah, we have a dilation problem. Whenever she leaves the house, I have to I have to make sure I contact her and make sure she's sticking this thing up inside her so her vagina stays open. Like
You're
what?
like,
Like
"You should be in prison."
the fuck are you talking about? And just
Yeah, no,
imagine
it's
living with a open wound where
mhm.
your functioning penis used to be and having to stick something with lube up in it every day to keep it open.
Yeah. And I think what's happening too is, they're bringing so much hate to this community, and I go, "Here's the thing, when you guys just were in society, you did your thing, no one cared. If anything, I would look at you and I would feel bad.
Mhm.
But as soon as you come for the kids, now we have an issue, and you're coming for the children." And as someone, I don't know if you have children or you want to be a dad one day. I don't have kids. I want to be a mom one day. This is when it's our turn to go in and go, no, no, no. Now you're
Exactly.
coming for the kids. It's not happening.